Ryan Reynolds discusses his upcoming Netflix movie, The Adam Project. Netflix is soon set to launch The Adam Project, Shawn Levy's latest adventure film starring Ryan Reynolds, Zoe Saldana, Walker Scobell, Jennifer Garner, and more. Thanks to Vanity Fair, we have a sneak peek of the film and some of the story behind what's going on in its time-warping story. The Adam Project is a story about Adam, played by Ryan Reynolds, who heads back in time from 2050 to find his love interest Laura, Zoe Saldana's character. Unfortunately, Laura was lost in the time-space continuum, and her whereabouts are unknown. During his search, Adam's ship gets damaged, resulting in him being sent back to his childhood home in 2022. When Adam arrives home, he sets out to fix his ship, along with the assistance of Walker Scobell's childhood version of Reynolds' character. When Adam arrives in 2022, it is a year after his father has died, and while Scobell's character is still grieving over his loss, Reynolds' Adam has grown to resent his old man. Speaking to Vanity Fair, Reynolds shared that his own dealings with his father influenced this part of the script. "I have this thought about life, which is that we tell ourselves stories," Reynolds says. So you have this central character who has told himself a story about his own father that isn't necessarily true. I know that I've done that in my life. I've told myself stories to justify things about my father and my complicated relationship I had with him before he passed. Reconciling that is really difficult. There's a notion of confronting your younger self, who might just see things more authentically than you have come to narrate for yourself, Levy adds. The kid has real power because the kid's the only one who can call B.S. on this grown man who has wrapped himself up in his ideas about his own history. The kid's the one who's living that history in real time and can say, no, you got it wrong. I know because I'm in it. During the film, the pair head back further in time, attempting to solve the mystery around their father's death. Eventually, the pair see their father, a scientist partly responsible for leapfrogging through time. While he wasn't around to see this come to fruition, nor his son grown, he now gets a chance to take a look at both. The Adam Project will be available to stream on Netflix on March 11, 2022. Asking for a trailer, the other 2022 Ezra Miller / Kiersey Clemons movie. A new trailer for an upcoming movie starring Ezra Miller and Kiersey Clemons has just hit the internet. But, sorry, DC fans, it's not The Flash. Superhero lovers can't wait for the Scarlet Speedster solo film, starring Miller as Barry Allen, with Clemons as his love interest, Iris West, to enter theaters this November. But, before that blockbuster gets here, the pair are first starring in a very different production, indie action comedy, Asking for It. The trailer promises a fierce battle between the sexes as a group of small-town women form a vigilante group known as the Cherry Bombers. Led by Beatrice, Vanessa Hudgens, and Regina, Alexandra Shipp, with new recruit Joey Clemons added to their number, the Cherry Bombers take it upon themselves to target violent frat boys, a corrupt police force of human traffickers working under Sheriff Morrell, David Patrick Kelly, and a dangerous alt-right group called MFM, Men's First Movement, led by none other than Miller's supreme dirtbag Mark Vanderhill. Going by this promo, Asking for It looks like a fast and furious ride with a lot to say underneath its style. Expect comparisons to be made to 2020's similarly themed feminist revenge thriller Promising Young Woman once it comes out. From director Eamon O'Rourke, the movie also stars Radha Mitchell, Gabourey Sidibe, Casey Cott, Leslie Stratton, and Luke Hemsworth, and originally premiered at last year's Tribeca Film Festival. Miller and Clemons' roles in this couldn't be further away from their DC characters. Then, The Flash will mark the dope actor's first proper appearance in the franchise, following her cameo in Zack Snyder's Justice League, so don't miss that multiversal movie when it hits cinemas on November 4. In the meantime, Asking for It is set to release simultaneously in theaters and digital from March 4th. Matt Smith signs on for supernatural horror Starve Acre. Doctor Who alum Matt Smith and St. Maud star Morphy Clark are set to appear as lead roles in the newest supernatural horror Starve Acre. From BAFTA-nominated Apostasy writer and director Daniel Kokotajlo, Starve Acre will base its story around Andrew Michael Hurley's novel of the same name. Starve Acre revolves around Richard and Juliet Willoughby, whose son Ewan dies suddenly at the age of 5 in Starve Acre. Their house by the moors was to be full of life, but is now a haunted place. Juliet, convinced Ewan still lives there in some form, seeks the help of the Beacons, a seemingly benevolent group of occultists. Richard, to try and keep the boy out of his mind, has turned his attention to the field opposite the house, where he patiently digs the barren dirt in search of a legendary oak tree. Smith and Clark will portray Richard and Juliet Willoughby, a disconnected couple whose grief and worry drives them towards different coping mechanisms. Richard delves into folklore and makes a shocking discovery, and Juliet seeks help from the local community. In 2019, Morvi Clark appeared in the films Crawl, 2019, The Personal History of David Copperfield, 2019, and Eternal Beauty, 2019. Her breakthrough role was Maud in Saint Maud, 2019. Meanwhile, Smith's first television role came in 2006 as Jim Taylor in the BBC adaptations of Philip Pullman's The Ruby and the Smoke and the Shadow in the North, while in film, he starred in Womb, 2010, and portrayed the physical embodiment of Skynet in Terminator Genesis, 2015. According to Variety, Starve Acre is currently in pre-production. It will start shooting later this spring in the UK, with sales commencing at EFM. Following a successful collaboration with Coco Tyrel on Apostasy, the writer-director's feature debut, Cornerstone will again handle worldwide sales. Tessa Ross, 12 Years a Slave, Juliette Howell, Brexit, The Uncivil War, and Emmy Duffy, Rocks, produce the House Productions film. The trio of producers spoke with Variety regarding Daniel Coco-Tyler's expertise. Daniel is one of the most exciting filmmakers working today, and we're thrilled to be bringing his adaptation of Andrew Michael Hurley's extraordinary novel to the screen, said Ross. Starve Acre is already a genre-defining modern classic. Daniel's singular vision and this exceptional cast bring great depth and strength to this evocative story. Cornerstone's Allison Thompson and Mark Gooder commented, Daniel's haunting cinematic vision for Starve Acre is breathtaking, and we're excited to be able to continue our collaboration with him. In these early stages of development, an official release date is unknown, but Starve Acre can expect to start filming in spring 2022. Party Down revival adds Jennifer Garner, Zoe Chao, Tyrel Jackson Williams, and James Marsden to cast. Starz' revival of 2009 sitcom Party Down has added 4 new characters to its lineup. Joining the cast as season regulars is Jennifer Garner, Yes Day, Zoe Chao, Strangers, and Tyrel Jackson Williams, Brockmire. James Marsden, Dead to Me, has been tapped for a recurring role in the show's 6-episode revival. Party Down ran for 2 seasons on Starz between 2009 and 2010. The show focused on a Los Angeles catering team made up of aspiring Hollywood actors, writers, and entertainers. Each episode saw the gang working a new event as they attempt to break into the industry and impress their affluent guests. Main players Adam Scott, Ken Marino, Jane Lynch, Ryan Hansen, Martin Starr, and Megan Mullally are set to return to the revival. The show's first iteration also starred Lizzie Kaplan, who was unable to return due to scheduling conflicts. The new cast fits right in with their lineup of eccentric characters. Garner is set to play Evie, a successful movie producer who reevaluates her life choice in the midst of a breakup. Her character pursues a fledgling relationship with Henry, Scott, as she explores new paths. Chao stars as Lucy, a creative and passionate chef-to-be, as she struggles to find the resources to advance her career. Rounding out the series regulars is Williams as Saxon, a handsome, confident, aspiring influencer with specific knowledge on his internet niche yet lacks experience in the rest of his life. Marsden's recurring role will see him as Jack Body, a leading actor in a popular superhero franchise. He is confident and always the center of attention. During their initial run, Party Down struggled to maintain its audience despite its praise from critics and fans. The show subsequently garnered a cult following after ending its 2nd season. Many believe Lynch's commitment to Glee and losing Scott to Parks and Recreation, both immensely popular shows, is what ultimately led to the series' cancellation. The original cast aren't the only returning members. Coming back to executive produce the show are original creators and executive producers Rob Thomas, John Inbaum, Paul Rudd, and Dan Etheridge. Inbaum will act as the series showrunner, with Scott joining as an executive producer as well. No details yet on when production will begin and bring this cult favorite show back to life with its lovable hijinks and aspiring Hollywood wannabes. All 20 episodes of the workplace comedy are available to stream on Hulu. Okay, stay tuned to our channel. I'll be providing you with up-to-date reliable movie news. Enjoy!